about 100-foot pit, and at the bottom of this pit was 2 foot of water that the party struggled to come up with a way to best, but after a good 20 to 30 minutes of deliberation, decided to freeze the surface of the water at an angle, the liquid, which turned out to be blood, not water, at an angle and slide 2 feet to the safety of the path going down into the dungeon.
2 feet?
2 feet.
That's jumpable, isn't it?
Hey, it was a big 2 feet, okay?
Exactly, man.
Isn't that skippable?
Yes. Well, there's a halfling.
That's right.
The halfling is
Jumpable?
probably in charge of, that whole thing. But the point is, the group has safely made it across, risking only broken necks and twisted ankles on the ice skating, and have found themselves facing a dark tunnel. Which I can't find. Where's that map gone?
Cool. Do you guys have any way
It's
to
the
light
one
up
called
this
the
tunnel?
Death Map.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that one.
I will take out a torch and light it.
Alrighty.
Anything on the walls? Any writing or anything?
Nope. So the walls are sort of paved stone, quite nicely made. They don't look too new. They're quite. Hang on, let me just clear out a little bit more map. You light a torch, right? So you got 20-ish feet. I'll leave the tokens free, and you guys can just rearrange the order you want to go in right now. So yeah, the tunnel and the way up to the surface is quite old masonry. It's definitely been around a lot longer than the farm up top. So yeah, it's sort of paved, but not carved. Nothing carved into the stones. Just where you guys are standing.
Right. So are we heading down? Is that where we? The opposite of where we've
Yep.
come
So
from?
you've come from
Cool.
the north.
Cool.
How did you move just by yourself? So who has the torch? That was Milo.
Milo.
Yep.
And I can also see 60 feet as well.
I thought I'd just move Milo down as like a joke, and then everyone just rolled with it. Cool.
So you guys can see easily to the end of this corridor, and you see it sharply turn away to the left ahead of you, and you see dim light coming from around the corner. How do you get
Is
What
anyone
colour
looking
is
for
light?
traps before we start wandering too far into this?
Is anyone
So
looking?
that would be an investigation roll.
If you want to just look for traps, just roll a perception in the tower.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
If he's doing that, I'll roll a perception to see if I can hear anything.
Okay.
Aside from the party.
Alright, so Devon and Theron, you guys are looking for traps?
Yep.
Alright. Din, you can hear the slow dripping of the ice melting above the blood above you in the corridor, and the crackle of flames from whatever is causing the light around the corner.
Cool.
And Devon and Theron, you guys don't see any traps. The way ahead seems relatively clear, at least as far as the corner. And Milo, you wanted to
I want
ahead.
to stealth. Yeah, I want to stealth to the corner and peek around.
Are you going to be taking the torch with you?
I'm going to hand it to Dagran behind me.
Okay.
Dagran,
Dagran.
take the torch.
God, fine. Whatever. I only have a shield.
Alright, so
User
you
joined
take
your
the
channel.
torch, and Milo, you walk around the corner, and you see a room lit up by 4 torches in each corner. And on either side of this room, you see 3 statues. The statues on the left-hand side of the room, so the north side of the map, depict elves, and the southernmost depict demons, and it looks like they're showing a battle between elves and demons, locked in combat for all eternity in the form of statues. And the first pair both hold swords, and the second pair the first pair wield wicked swords, the second pair highlight spiders and snakes, and have them carved into their armors and sort of iconography, and then the last pair wield scourges and arcane wands and appear to represent magic, where the middle represents trickery and the first represents swordplay.
Oh, I'm going to motion
So
everybody
then,
to
I
join me.
can't. Okay, cool. Yep, I follow.
Sorry, you both spoke over each other, and I didn't hear either.
I'm motioning for everyone to come on down the tunnel.
I'll mosey on down.
All right.
Yep, I'll follow behind Dagger.
Dagran's just running straight through the middle of the room.
Oh shit, okay, well, I'm not following behind Dagger. God damn.
So as you're all sort of looking at this room, no one's really stepping through the doorway just yet, but you see etched into the ground, looks to be, as old as the stonework, is an elven phrase, and then scratched roughly underneath it in much fresher looking scratches, it appears to be translated into common, and it says underneath, "To pass, you must speak the titles of each of the 3 divided by 3." And then scratched underneath that is a long string of letters.
Right, can I read the Elven its inscription? Does it say the same thing?
Yeah, it's a translation of the elven thing, so you can read it, but it's the same.
Same thing. Cool, cool.
So the
am
letters
I
will
too
just
far
go into
away
chat.
from
One
form
second,
and...
hang on.
So then, am I too far away to perform an Arcana check on these idols?
You can do an Arcana check. What are you looking for?
Well, I want to see if they are magically imbued in any way. These idols, either one, the demons or the, are they deities battling them? Is that what I see?
Nope, you just see elven warriors. They don't appear to be any sort of baddies.
Okay,
But do an Arcana check in the tower.
cool. Did you get that by chance? Okay, maybe
Nope,
I can roll
didn't roll.
right into the tower. Cool. That's good. You're gonna drop it straight in the middle of the tower. Okay, sweet.
Alrighty. So you can feel that there is a slight magic presence lingering on the 6 statues, but what it is or what it may have been due to, you're unsure.
Right.
So once again,
Well,
the clue,
I convey this to the group.
the clue on the floor says, "To pass, you must speak
I
the
think I
titles
figured it out.
of each of the 3 divided by 3." Alright?
I say the Slayer.
Yep. That's it? That's all you say?
My? The Slayer why?
The-
Oh, hold on. Let me do this again. Let me do more.
Okay. So as you breathe out the Slayer, as you say it, the 2 first statues animate, and they take a quiet bow and bow either side of the path through this room, and then they're still.
I say to Din, I go, Din, what brought about? Oh, okay. Go on.
You say, Lord Vijonum, and nothing happens.
Yeah, it didn't seem right. Let me try that one again.
What made you say the Slayer, Din? It's you seem like you've
Yeah.
got some insight to this. What we're supposed to say here?
Unfortunately,
Yep.
this is my real life. I'm not metagaming. I just like puzzles, and you basically divide the text into 3. So it's if you do every third letter starting from the first makes the Slayer. Then the next letter, every third letter is Lord Vagon. Right, I got that one wrong. I'll do that again.
Lord Vegan. So I'm just, while you guys are putting that back in, I'm just double checking I've got the letters in correctly as well. Because if I screwed up, it's not going to work. But no, it looks to be correct. So you should be able to figure it out. And you're definitely on the right track. And you say, Lord Venom, and the second 2 statues adorned with the snakes and spiders bow as well, flanking either side of the path.
Lady Agony.
Yep. And as you say, the last of the phrases, Lady Agony, the last set of statues also bow, and the path is no longer flanked by fighting, but by bowing demons and elves.
That's right.
That's right.
Cool.
So Theron and Dagrin just run on through. And they make it through to the other side, no worries.
I want to inspect the statues to see if there's anything shiny or interesting on them
Alright.
that I can take with me.
There's nothing that isn't part of the statue. So they're not
Okay.
adorned in actual equipment. It's all sort of carved into them and ornately painted and carved on there. So there's not really objects you can take unless you want to try and take the entire statue.
No, that's okay.
So everyone goes through and is unaffected by anything.
How exactly does the your passive perception of looking for traps and things work? I say, is it assumed that I'm constantly looking for traps until I say otherwise, or do I need to keep re-rolling it periodically?
So basically, if there's a trap, like say there was a trap in this room that was hidden, and it had a DC of 14, your passive perception of 13, is it 13? Oh no, 12 for you. So you wouldn't see it automatically, but if you said you were looking for traps, I'd allow you to roll a proper perception check, and that gives you the chance to roll higher than your passive.
Yep. So if I'm being cautious, I probably need to mention it room by room.
Yeah, so passive perception is just the assumed looking for traps number. So if there's something that's hidden with a DC 10 or 12, all 5 of you are going to see it without needing to check. Same as if something stealths up to you, they will roll a stealth check, and if it beats the 5 of your passive perceptions, you won't see it. But if someone says you're particularly looking for someone who's trying to sneak up, or on the lookout for something, you again have that chance to roll higher than your passive.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. And it should be noted as well, I don't know if the rules specifically state it, but I state it, if you roll lower than your passive, you still have up to your passive. So you can't roll and make it worse than the 12 that you see with normally. Because no amount of looking in a direction will make you see less than looking in that direction naturally.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you guys go through this room and you see the corridor ahead there's no more torches, so the room you're in currently, sort of the light begins to fade, but you can see that it bends around another corner up ahead.
Cool. I just assume we move on.
Is that everyone wanting to move up?
If I've got 10 torches on me, so I'll light one of those torches and carry it with me, so everybody, so
Oh,
humans
don't
kill
you
bonus
already
can
have one
see.
with Dagran?
Dagran's carrying one right now.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you mean at the present room? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so Dagran's holding Milo's torch at the moment. So I assume everyone's showing their will to
Yep.
go forwards.
Yep.
And you see up ahead a large cavernous room that is lit up by your torches mostly. So it's sort of dimly lit from where you're standing. And in this room you see a motif of elfin demon sort of artwork and things on the walls. And oh, hang on. Just...
Yeah.
Luckily, I screenshotted it.
There you go. I did it again. That's all right. So you...
No, I can't see the numbers.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be able... It doesn't matter, you won't be able to spoil it with numbers. So there's 9 gaping demon maws adorning the wall. So big mouths of demons carved around these exits. And the floor and the rest of the walls form a mosaic that obviously represents the abyss. You've all heard of the abyss, the home of demons. The infinite layers of that horrific place are represented by the artwork and the statues in this room.
Right, okay. Could I do a quick
Mosey on.
Arcana check?
Okay, what are you looking for?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna do it basically on the symbol first, and then progressively move on to each gateway. If you'd like me to roll individually for each gateway, I can do that, or how do you want to do it then?
So you just want to look at them and see if anything springs
Shall I
out
just
magic?
roll one first?
Yeah, just roll one.
Yep, cool. So I'll just chuck in the tower here.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So nothing about this room seems to give off the impression of magic.
Cool. And so I tell it to the room. I say, my friends, I do not feel any of the arcane works in this room. How would we like to proceed?
So each of these mouths that you can see, looking into them just shows pitch darkness, and holding a torch up to any of these holes doesn't reveal anything on the other side.
Any words? Anywhere?
Nothing scrawled on it at all. No words, nothing. Just the art of these sort of mouths on the wall.
Oh, I'll put my bad hand into one.
Do we see him walk up to it? Like, I assume he didn't walk right up to it, right?
Yep. So you see him walk right up to it, and he goes ahead.
Okay,
and
I'm
sticks-
just because he's about to.
Yep.
Because you see, Din has to cross me, right? According to the positioning
Yes.
on the map. So as he's about to cross me, I just tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hold up, Din. Din, I believe that we should progress together through these gates, because just putting your hand in could awaken some sort of demon or transport you to a different realm, possibly. You know, we don't know what this is about."
So you want us to all put our hand in at the same time?
Well, okay. So first, how big is these mouth? Yeah, how wide are they? Like, can we walk all 5 of us like
easily like
abreast into
5
them?
foot high, so everyone can sort of like it's from floor to about 5 foot off the ground. They're big gaping demonic
that big.
maws. Yeah,
Yeah, but if you were to walk together, like abreast, would
No.
be the
Oh, yeah.
fit
one at a time would be
into
single
the-
file.
I didn't realize that we could
Okay.
actually like walk through them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe we should tie a rope to something and throw it in and see what happens.
Yeah? You
Yeah,
guys have
I
anything
think
that's alive?
Tie a rope to my bad arm.
Oh gosh.
You want to stick your
Well,
arm
how
in
about
and
we
then
do this?
explode it?
What? Will it explode?
Okay, so
Why
what I
don't
would suggest is. Oh, go on, man.
I was going to say, both I and you, Devan, both have Mage Hand, don't we? Could we
Yes.
try?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Could we try maybe Mage Handing a torch through to see if we can get shine any light on what's through on the other side?
Yeah. So
Yep, that
you
sounds
can
like
try
a
that.
great idea, Taryn. Yep. So we both walk up and well, how long is Mage Hand actually? What's the range of Mage Hand?
I think it's only 30
Yes.
feet, but it should at
30
least get
feet?
us
Oh, okay,
a
cool.
little wee look.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds great. So we do that.
I might pick this one that I'm closest to. We might as well do one each.
Oh, are you gonna check that one out?
So you're going to the
Okay.
bottom right.
Yep. I'll just.
Yep.
Shall we do separate doorways or do we want to try it at one first? Because we only have one torch, right?
I've got 10 in my pack.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Yep. So I'll just grab one off from. Was that Din who had the 10 torches?
I've got
there.
19.
Yeah, there should be
Okay, sweet.
plenty of
So
torches to throw around.
Okay, cool. So I'll just grab a torch and try the same thing.
Okay, so we'll start with Theron first. So you cast Mage
Yep.
Hand and grab your torch and light it. Mage Hand holding the torch.
And actually, okay, for some reason I've lost my Mage Hand. Oh well, I'll quickly add it.
That's right. So what are you going to do with this torch? Are you just going to float it through the moor and see what happens?
Yeah, basically that's it. I want to see if we can actually just see anything other than just the blackness on the other side, or alternatively whether it triggers anything when it goes through.
Okay. So as your Mage Hand and torch sort of cross the threshold of this moor, there's a deep pulse, and the torch is snuffed out. The Mage Hand disappears, and then the torch is catapulted back at you. And roll a dex save. And you don't manage to jump out of the way in time, and the torch clobbers you on the head. Roll a 1d4. Oh, no, just pick up one of the dice and do it. Boom. There you go.
Yeah,
so
as well as
you
about to
get a
next.
solid whack straight in the head, and you take 3 damage. And then the
Okay,
moor is still and silent once more.
right. What's Plan B, guys?
I push my bad hand through.
Alright, and
Is that
I'm
what you
going
say?
to.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I walk through.
you walk through?
Yes.
Okay, and as you take one step in and your whole body goes past the threshold, you're met with the same thump, and then you're blasted backwards 5 feet into Milo, who manages to jump out of the way. But you feel your whole body feels sapped from the force of this explosion, and roll 1d6.
Alright.
You take 3 necrotic damage.
Cool. I'm gonna look at my hand and see if my deep rot is gone.
It has not.
Well, that didn't work.
In fact, after this thump of necrotic damage, it's almost more achy now. It's almost beginning to hurt.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you do the wounds yourself?
Yep.
Or...
Yep.
Alright, cool. Well, guys. Shit.
So it didn't get thrown back out of it, or did
Yeah.
he just face?
So he took a step in and he was thumped immediately straight back out.
Shit. And so I sense no arcana in this room. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay.
Uh,
That's interesting.
at
Okay.
an angle,
Yep.
so that I won't get ricocheted and hit by it, can I attempt to fire a crossbow bolt through each of these top doors?
Okay. So you want to
Yeah.
fire
Okay. And I assume he
diagonally
tells
into
us
4?
this, so we all kind of just
Yeah.
we all brace for impact. I would assume.
Yeah, or come stand beside me because they should ricochet. Unless they ricochet from this door into another door and somehow. Yeah.
Well, like
no.
at that angle, you're gonna hit Dagrin with a rebound if it works like a mirror.
Yeah, you guys should all just get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm behind Milo, which doesn't really do much because he's a halfling, but you know, it's something.
All right. So you're shooting at
Kieran
number
might want me
at
to-
the top left. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you fire a crossbow bolt, rather than met with a thump or a blast, the bolt disappears as it goes in from where you're standing. But not a moment later, from the top right more, the crossbow bolt is spat out and
Shit.
lands on the floor just in front of it.
Oh, well,
Does it
I'll
land with
pick it up.
momentum?
Alright, so you go over to 6 and pick it up.
And now I guess I'll stand here and fire into the middle one.
Okay, so you fire into the middle one.
Before he does, I'm going to get out of the way of this hole. I'm going to go right back here.
Alright. Sorry, Khajen, could you put on push to talk or lower the pickup on your mic? It's just coming through continuously.
Yep. Sorry, man.
That's
Okay,
alright.
just started to push the talk.
That's right. Just a little distracting. Cool. So you fire into number 5, which is
I don't
that
know what
one.
number it is.
It's alright. It does. The matters don't the numbers don't matter so much. It's just number 5. It's the 5th door, and you fire into it, and your crossbow once again disappears.
And doesn't reappear?
Doesn't reappear.
Okay, as a final test, I'm going to go back to this over here.
Yep.
I'm going to fire the crossbow bolt at the first one that actually pushed me away.
Okay.
Still at an angle.
So are you keeping track of your fired bolts here?
Yes.
Okay. So you fire a bolt into the first bottom left door, and there's a big deep pulse, and the arrow is spat back and sort of destroyed by the force, and it just splashes into a few pieces at the ground in front of you.
Okay. Cool. That's a good test.
Anyone else want to try
Dan,
anything?
is it a bit better now?
So,
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I think I've just used applied push talk, so it should be good.
Okay. Anyone else want to try anything, or have any ideas?
can I approach the symbol? Is that a table or is it an inscription on the floor in the middle? Sorry.
No, it's just sort of decoration on the floor, so it's not a table or a raised area.
Can I approach it and just roll a perception check just to see if I can glean anything out of it? Any sort of clues? I don't know.
Yep.
Would
Come
it be an
and
investigation or a perception?
do an investigation in the tower.
Oops, sorry.
So you investigate it, and you see some curious shapes and sort of icons carved into it, and you think that it might be worth just not drawing them down, scribbling them down into a bit of paper, and holding onto it for someone who might know more about them. So there's some very prominently carved things that seem to be the center of the attention of this symbol carved into the ground. It's nothing that you know, but you sort of feel like it might be important to someone.
Yeah. So, does it look like it's like possibly symbols of some sort of script that I'm not familiar with?
Not so much a language, but sort of pictures of beings and creatures and unrecognizable shapes and icons, but not really in a language, no.
Question.
Yes.
Are these demons and stuff, are they fiend in nature?
What demons?
Or like all this stuff, is it fiend in nature? Like, are they fiends?
There's no creatures here.
No, but like...
Oh no, like, I think he's talking about demons in general.
Your sense is not going off about any fiend right now.
Can people hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
fuck me. I've been talking and like saying things, and then my headset was off.
It's just
Would knowledge religion do anything on those the symbols that they found there?
No, you'd probably find out the same thing. They do look to be important symbols in this artwork, but nothing that you recognize yourself.
And nothing to help with the trap?
And nothing what, sorry?
To help with the trap.
No. No, it doesn't look to be lining up with 9 doors or anything. Nothing that gives clues to figuring out exactly what you should be doing.
I'm gonna walk through.
So have you tested out all of the doors?
Not yet. I think that's probably the next step. I'm going to note down these symbols that I saw.
Yep, just
commit
chuck
them
a
in case
note
they
in
come in
there to
handy
say you've
later.
got special symbols from the death map.
That the lady that's waiting for us at the farm, Beast Farm, probably be interested. The elven.
Oh yeah, I guess she looked like she was a researcher, so she probably have some insight on those.
Definitely might be worth talking to her. So Din walks straight through door number 5, which is the top middle door, and
As Din passes me, I want to hand him one end of my rope and ask him to take it with him. I'll hold on to the rest of it.
I do it.
you do it. You take the rope.
Yeah.
Just in time. All right. So you grab one end of the rope, and you step forth into the black gaping maw, and for you, it just feels like you've stepped foot into a pitch black room, and you look around, and you see nothing. You're standing on a surface that you can't quite figure out what it is, and as you turn around, it's complete blackness, no matter what direction you look in, and the rope has fallen limp in your hand, and you see that it is only about 1 foot long, almost like it's been sheared off where you stepped through the door. And on the other side in the room, everyone else sees Din walk into the blackness, the darkness envelop him, and then Milo, the rope you're holding, begins getting pulled at a ridiculous rate, just absolutely heaving through the door, and it quickly starts to coil out until you can get a hold on it.
Shit! I say let go of the rope, Milo. Let it go. It's probably not Din. I don't think Din would be pulling this rapidly.
Or he's falling. I'm going to hold it as tight as I can and try to not go in the maw.
Okay.
Okay, and so
I'll run
roll
up
me
and
a strength
try and
check.
help him.
Okay. Milo, roll me a strength check with advantage.
I think your mic's still open.
Mine.
No, Dervan.
Oh, is it still open, man?
I can hear you clicking and stuff, I think.
Yeah. Still coming through every now and then. It's not like continuously open like it was before, but it's still procking. Okay, so you managed to halt the rope with the help of the other two, and it's still pulling just unhumanly strong. Just absolute ridiculous. It certainly doesn't feel like there's any person on the other end pulling on it. It feels much, much stronger than anything any of you could manage to pull by yourself. And as the three of you have managed to stop it, any sort of pulling on it just absolutely will not budge. There's no coming back. So even with all three of you pulling as hard as you can, it just will not come back even an inch.
Sorry guys, small side note, yeah?
Yep.
The reason why you're probably hearing the clicking is because my push to talk button is just my mouse. That's just it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Okay,
You
cool.
monster.
Could I please light a torch?
Yep, you light a torch in your little black spot,
Yep.
and you now have a torch lit, and it still seems to be pitch black completely around you.
Huh.
I turn to the group and I say, guys, I don't think we should leave Dylan there by himself for very long because we don't know what's happening in there. I think we should just go together as a group. And but keep in mind, we may not be able to find Dylan because we don't know what's in there. So I think we should. I think the rope's not going to work. So I believe we should hold hands, as odd as it may sound.
Can I try stepping
How do
back
we know that he's still
the way I
alive?
came?
We have
Well,
no
I guess it's a
idea
risk we
what's
have to
just
run.
happened.
Yeah. Sorry, Flying Doomcow, what did you
I
want
mean,
to
Can I just try stepping back the way I came?
try? Yep, so you
Back.
take a step backwards, or what you think is backwards, and you're suddenly overcome by the sensation of falling. It feels like you've stepped off a ledge, but there's no wind in your ears, there's nothing to gauge that you're moving except the sudden feeling in your stomach as if you've just had a falling dream in your sleep. And then all of a sudden you burst out into light, and then from the furthest right top door, so the one that Theron is standing beside, you come barreling out absolutely full speed and go skidding across the floor to land at the feet of Dagrin and Theron, with your torch snuffed out by the wind, or by the sort of the force of coming through this moor, and with your foot of rope.
Shit, I go, holy shit.
Are you
What
okay?
the fuck happened?
Holy shit.
Is Arian still being pulled? One that I'm holding?
The rope,
Yep,
the
that's
rope
good
you're
question.
holding is still at full, like, being pulled. Like there's something on the other end of it that is just holding it or pulling it.
I guess let go if he's here.
Yeah, I guess. By
Is
rope.
there no way we
see
can
if
pull it,
see if
even
all
with
five
Din's
of
help?
us should we see if all five of us together can pull it back and just see what the hell it is.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds great, man. Let's do it. Oh, actually, could I use my mage hand to pull it? Because I don't have very much strength, but my mage hand is probably a lot stronger.
Your mage
Oh,
hand
no
can
way.
pull like 5
Mage-
pounds, so it's like near nothing.
Oh, okay, then I just help pulling regularly, I guess.
Alright, I'll get... who's the strongest here?
Probably me.
Okay, roll a strength check with advantage, and then roll another strength check by itself. I'm gonna break the rules.
Oh,
and do
by the
like
way,
a triple
Milo, do you
advantage
have-
'cause there's 5 of you.
Yeah.
Can I please have my
Come
token back?
Oh, God!
That is crazy.
2 threes. Wait, hold on. Inspiration.
And a 6. Wow.
Come
Oh
the
my
fuck
god!
on.
Holy shit. Okay, so the rope with the 5 of you doesn't come towards you. Like you still can't pull it out. It isn't budging at all. Din Wiesel holds
Sorry.
his rope really, really strongly.
I just had to do that.
Is there any like thing we can tie the rope off onto in the room?
No.
Can I
Okay.
try pitoning it into the wall?
You probably can't. It's quite sort of non-edged stonework, like it's all continuous. So you could
Could we
try,
try
but it's going to
to-
be quite impossible for the baton.
Could we try tying it to, like, the maw? You know the door frames, right?
Yeah.
They're meant to look like the mouths of demons.
Yeah.
So I assume they would have some teeth. Do you think you could try and tie it to one of the teeth?
You could. Might not stay very well. Like the mouth is open, so the teeth are going to be sort of pointing towards the area that the rope is at.
Could we do like the one of the bottom teeth? You know, so then gravity doesn't work against us. Yada yada yada.
I know. I have an idea, actually. Why don't we find another one of these portals that, like, want to eat the rope, and then just let them eat the rope at each other?
Oh
I
shit,
also
that
have an
sounds
idea.
really good,
Yep.
man.
Can I try shooting a crossbow bolt into number 6, is it? Top right?
Yeah.
at that angle. They don't hurt anyone.
Okay, so I'm gonna move out of number 4.
Yep,
Top-
good call. I
yeah.
was going to say not hurt
Top
anyone
right,
because you've
left.
got friends standing in that doorway. So as Din and Divan cease helping with the rope, Milo, Theron, and Dagran are overcome, and the rope begins coiling in towards the door, and their strength is unable to hold it, and it begins burning blisters in the hands and pulling through anyway.
No, Theron drops it.
Shit, I see
at
that. Let it
point.
go.
Drop it.
All right, you guys drop it, and the rope shoots in at a speed just completely way too fast, and it is gone. The rope is gone.
By rope.
Okay. I have rope. You can have my rope.
So you give him his foot of rope that you still have?
I should have my own rope.
Ah, okay.
In fact, I have 2. I have a 50
I've
feet
got-
one and a 45 feet one.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've got two as well, so we're still got tons of ropes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Alright, so I fire my crossbow bolt into
The
that
top right?
one,
Yep.
and what happens?
So the crossbow bolt goes into it and disappears for a moment, and then shoots out of the top left one. So that one. And just sort of lands harmlessly at the base of it.
Cool, I'll recover that. What I was testing, guys, is if they're one-way doors. So some have portals or like force fields, and some don't. So,
Yeah, I think we need
Yeah,
to start
this is
noting
really good,
down
man.
what we've worked out so far. So 4
Yeah.
and 6 seem to be two-way link, don't they?
yes.
5 seems to be a portal somewhere else.
5 links to 7.
A drop. Oh, right.
5 links
And there's
to
a steep drop, right?
a strange platform almost, and then to 7 ultimately.
Right, so the
And
drop
1
out
and
of
9
5
are
leads you to
both
7.
just repelling.
Yes.
I think 1 causes necrotic damage as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, right. We didn't put our hand in 9, so I assume that causes the same thing as well.
Yeah, it had the same first effect.
It's a reasonable guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be volunteering to test it any further. You guys are welcome to if you want.
I will try shooting a bolt at number 8.
Okay. And as you do, you hear it land on something. You hear it land almost on a stone surface, but it's completely dark. And you can't see what it may have landed on.
I think this is the one, guys.
Can I repeat the mage hand torch experiment with this one?
Yep. So you begin to pass through a lit torch, and you see the torch go in about a foot, 2 foot, and then it disappears.
Just the light, or can I still feel?
You
that
can't see the torch
Can I
or the
still
light.
feel a torch? Yeah.
What
So
about
it's
the mage
just
hand?
gone.
And the mage hand, you can't sort of feel it.
I asked Theron to hop out of the way, and being the naturally awesome guinea pig that I am, I walk through number 8.
Alright.
Wait, hold on, Din. Why don't we try 2 and 3 first? That might be something that comes out of 8, if that makes sense.
Din hears you say that as he takes a step through the moor and then disappears,
Right.
and you go, poos. And
Din's an idiot.
and then Din, you see on the other side a tunnel. Yay! You find yourself in a tunnel.
So
and you
none of
look
us know this,
backwards,
right?
And you see clearly into the room, and you see Theron and Milo looking in, but they don't seem to see you. They're just sort of looking at nothing, really. But you can see
Can I-
clearly.
Can I
Dan,
step back through
you
the
there?
doorway?
Yep, you step back through and you walk into Theron, who's walked up into the way.
Oh, actually, they could hear me. If I could hear my arrow, I could just call out to
Yep.
them and be like, "Hey guys, come in here. It's lovely."
It's nice and warm.
Well,
Cool,
don't
let's do
think we
it.
got many other options. Let's go forth.
Yep.
As Dagran comes through, I scare him. I go, "Boo!"
Oh!
Oh!
I smash his face with my shield.
Ow!
Din dies. That's right.
Hooray!
He's dying of deep rot anyway. It's for the best.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like happily banned to fodder at the moment. Because what if?
Jeez, this isn't such a bad illness. You're like, I'm basically dying of cancer right now. Ah!
I think it's slightly faster than cancer.
Probably. And also, like, purple. I don't think purple happens with cancer on your hand. I don't know. I've never had cancer.
I was about to say and deadly, but actually,
If anything, this one's proved less deadly than cancer.
yeah, so far.
So far.
So,
And being
you,
the awesome guinea pig I am, I'll
you see
walk
ahead,
forward.
now that you're focusing on the end of this pathway, you see a brightly lit room, and you see... let me just
Ooh.
describe this for you. So it's a large room, and it's supported by 4 thick pillars of purple, almost marble-looking stone. And there's a dead human body lashed to each. So these are the 4 black inner circles of these pillars. And there's 4 bubbling cauldrons in the corners of each room. And in each corner of the room. And you can see like an arm or a leg or a bit of flesh that looks like it might have come from one of the Rothers bubbling away in these horrible stew pots. And in the center of the room, there's a purple stone slab. And resting on this slab is a grotesque form. It looks like the head of a Rother has been attached to the body of a human. And standing behind the table, you see an elf with his arms and face covered and dripping with blood, and he cackles madly as you all step into the corridor and into the room, and he addresses you and he says, "Perfect! When my creation arises, you will be the first meal." And then from out of each of the 4 columns step 4 vaguely humanoid-ish mounds of flesh, and similarly, baboon-like demons leap from the cauldrons and move towards you threateningly. And everyone rolls initiative real quick.
Oh shit!
Shit just got real, guys.
So I will just link you those pictures of things. Oh, it's not working. Why would you not work?
Are we supposed to be level 3 for this encounter?
What level are you?
2.
Nah. You'll be fine, mate.
Damn, it's worth a shot.
I notice a couple of them are numbered 11, which means I really hope there aren't like another 20 guys hidden somehow.
I think Dan just does that to throw people off. Like, I've got in a fight with 2 commoners, and one's called Commoner 6. There were only 2.
Maybe you were just so terrible I didn't throw the rest at you.
Commoners.
Yeah, no, it is randomized because it used to append it, and then it was giving away exactly how many things might have been hidden.
Fair enough. So
So-
is there an elven dude in the middle there too somewhere?
Yeah. So he's just sort of standing over this thing in the middle of the room and watching as these things begin walking
What does the
towards you.
elven guy look like?
What does he look like? He's dressed in robes, and he's dripping from head to toe in blood, and he's got a
Oh,
wild
yeah.
look in his eyes.
Yeah, picture.
So, understanding the arcane, would I note him to be a wizard or a practitioner of magic?
You guess that because he's got a stitched, horrible corpse on a table surrounded by bubbling cauldrons of creatures that are coming alive and walking towards you, that he's probably doing something naughty to do with magic.
Necromancy.
Right.
Something necromantic. And before any of you have a chance to do anything, one of these demon dretch from the pillars hops over towards where you're all standing. And Din, first in the room,
Yay!
reacts. What do you do?
Well, quickly, I want to make space for everyone else.
Yep.
So I guess I will.
Just remember they can move through you. They just can't end on you. So if you stay there, your allies can still move through you.
No, I'll still move across.
Okay. Where do you want to go to?
I'll go to here,
Alright.
and I'll hit him.
You're going to hit the main in the top left.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And I have to figure out how to use my blood right thing. Oh, yeah, it's just on there, always.
Yep. So your damage will always do 1d4 extra.
Cool.
Okay, and you managed to hit easily. It's a big mound of flesh. And yeah, you cut a huge swathe of gore off him and it spills out on the ground, but it doesn't look phased. It doesn't even look at you. It just sits there and wobbles.
Oh, the partially resisted. Ooh. Okay.
Is that your turn? Cool. So Dagrin, you hear in your head your god speak to you in a whisper, and he goes, "Now is the time to redeem yourself." And you're not coming through at all, bud.
How do you know this child?
My
There we go. There you go. I can hear you now.
turning itself off for some reason. That's cool. But anyway, I laughed a lot,
Right.
and so I'll use my bonus action to cast Shield of Fate.
Yep.
All right, and then I will move. Damn it. Move there.
Okay. Next to the plinth. You're now standing about 5 feet from the elf who's dripping with blood, staring daggers at you.
And I will say, "You cannot succeed in your evil deeds." And I'll attack this dretch next to me.
Okay.
Or not.
But the dretch deftly dodges your blow. You're unable to land a hit. Anything else? Oh, no, that's your everything, isn't it? Cool.
Yep. Oh,
Theron.
my AC didn't update. That's weird.
It does in the combat tracker.
Oh, okay, cool.
It doesn't change your character sheet, but it'll take into advantage if you're hit. So, Theron, I like how the initiative has pretty much gone in like the order of people down the hallway too. It's quite nice.
Yeah, it's pretty done well.
So,
Actually, not even pretty much. It is legit.
yeah, exactly that. So, Theron, what are you going to do?
Is it not currently possible to target the elven evil sorcerer / whatever he is?
Yep, you can. He just doesn't have a token, so you can just make an attack, and I'll tell you what happens.
He might be, like, possessed or something.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I might try incapacitating him with Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay, all right.
I mean, by the sounds of it, he's already basically doing that.
Wasn't he like doing some weird sort of, I don't know, some sort of ritual or something?
He doesn't appear to be
I
doing
think he's
anything
done
right
his
this
ritual.
second. You sort of got the feeling like he's maybe completed his role in this ritual. And
Okay,
now
I
he's...
might cancel that and just do something here. Do something else then.
Okay. So you move up.
Alright, I will just move to the entrance. I'm going to target Dretch 11
Yep.
and hex him. Which I
Alright.
believe from memory was a bonus action,
Yes,
wasn't it?
that's a bonus action, so you still can... hang on. Don't know if you can make more than once. Yeah, fine, go for it. Cool.
And I'm going to hit him with my trusty Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty.
Or
Not so trusty.
I will just fire pretty green fireworks.
You just blast at nothing, and you're caught up in the moment of all this blood and gore and demons
Actually,
coming out
this
of
might be a
pillars.
time for me to use my inspiration. And so does that mean basically I can...
You have to call it before you roll. You can't. It's not lucky, so you can't re-roll afterwards.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. I'll keep that in mind.
Cool. But you do still have
Okay,
it, so
that's
yes,
me.
it is a good idea to use it. Alright. So the main, or this big bulbous body of meat in the bottom left corner moves up to the table, just shambles past everything, and then almost throws itself onto the slab. And
Can I get a reaction to attack it or anything?
no, because it's not... you didn't ready an action, and it's not moving out of your melee range. It's coming into. But I will allow you to ready actions on your turn if you want to do, like, if you want to sort of fend things off this.
Alright. And, Dervan, can you change your push to talk or something? Is it just clicking a
Oh, is the clicking getting a bit annoying?
Yeah, it's just like every couple of seconds, just a click and a psht of noise.
Oh, okay. All good, man. I'll work something out.
Sweet. So this thing
Finding...
throws itself, all of its flesh and bloody goodness, onto the table, and there's a flash of light and a billowing cloud of smoke appear, and then is sucked into the body of this dead carcass, and the mane is gone, and the body on the table starts to get a little bit of a red hue to it. And it is now Milo's turn.
Okay. Gonna run into the room. And attack. Okay.
Wait, can Milo move 30 feet or only 25?
35.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Yep. If you're anything else as a monk, you're like 40. Or if you're a wood elf monk, you're at 45.
Yeah, 45. Fuck, that's huge.
So you swing your quarterstaff and you just bludgeon this dretch in the head, and it staggers, and it's...
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm
Stunned.
going to stomp on its feet.
Alright, yep.
Or try to.
And you critically fumble, and you suffer 2 levels of exhaustion for that. So you just overexert yourself at this attempt to have a bonus attack, and you get exhausted.
That clicking is getting terrible.
Yep. Whatever you're doing, it's making it worse. And... sweet.
Did you have
That
like
will work for you, but I find just Control-Alt-Shift works well for the push to talk. It's just something you can hit and it doesn't make you type anything. Or it seems to work for me.
or like middle mouse button?
Yeah, middle mouse is good.
Oh, true, true. Alright, man. I'm just for some reason push to talk's not even activate right now because I have it clicked and it's I've had it have it set on control, but it's just giving me like open mic, regular ass open mic,
Has it got the tick
which is a
next to
bit
push to
odd.
talk?
Yeah, I've collected it. I've clicked it. It's got a tick, and there's no I can't click apply anymore, but it's still open mic. If you get what I'm trying to say. Maybe
think
it's
you
the
have to-
hotkey. Okay, let me just work.
Maybe your control key is stuck.
You do have to exit out of the options window for it to take effect.
Okay, man. Thank you. That's exactly it. Cheers.
Fingers crossed, it's it.
Oh wait, is it is the mic still on now?
Yep.
Okay, man. I'm gonna keep working this out. Just give me a few minutes here, guys.
Okay. So the dretchers continue coming into this melee. So they're running at Dagrin now, almost attempting. Oh my god! I didn't put it in a square. I'm the worst. Almost like they're trying to stopping these amalgamations of flesh getting to the table, and it attempts to. So as it gets close to you, it lets out a huge belch, and a 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas extends out from it. And you, Dagrin, and Milo both need to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. And you both make it fine. So you are all D&D. And it attempts then to do nothing because that was its action. And finish its turn. The jet on the top one moves up to Milo. Hello.
Guys, is it better now?
Yes, your mic is turning off. And it seems to be holding.
Is it working now?
Alright, man. That's
Yep.
good to know.
Sweet, that's sorted. Okay, so the dretch from above Milo charges quickly at him and bites and scratches at him with his claws. But
I'll use my reaction to get my opportunity attack on him.
alright, so that's your badass protection you won.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. And you swing your battle axe and connect with him, and you put him off balance, and he can't land a single hit on Milo. And it's now Devan's turn.
So Dan, what is this yellow thing that I see?
That is a cloud of gas surrounding the dretch number 1. There's a fetid green, horrible cloud of gas that's just emanating from it. It started with a belch, and it's still lingering in the air around it.
So how do I create 15-foot one, Dan?
So right-click on the map somewhere, and then go to the 11 o'clock
Yep.
arrow. It should say pointers. And then choose the shape of pointer you like. And drag
Okay.
to make it bigger.
Okay. Just give me. Let me just try that.
He's going to burn you all alive.
They would hit lots.
Oh. Okay, sweet, man. I got the 15-foot cone. Cool.
Cool.
So I am going to go where Theron is right now.
You can't stop on him.
Maybe-
So you can either move through him or stand behind him, but you can't stand where he is.
Right. Okay. What I'll do is I'll probably just move right behind Milo.
Okay.
Cool.
And as you move
oh,
into
shit,
the
yeah,
gas, you roll a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. Sorry, I'll just interrupt you.
I'll do that. No. Okay. I'll do that first now.
Cool. And you're fine. The gas doesn't seem to have any effect on you.
Cool. So I am going to cast Burning Hands, and because I have taken the evocation path, so I can select 2 friendly characters that is not affected by my spell, my AoE spell.
Yeah.
So it's
So
basically
is
like
that they
1 plus.
is that they're not affected, or they just automatically pass the save, so they take half damage?
Okay. Yeah, let me just go back to my info and double check that.
Oh no, and they take no damage if they would normally take half. Cool. So it ignores it. Awesome.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So let me just do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
He's so kind to you, Milo and Dagrin.
I appreciate it.
Not being on fire is pretty great.
Yep. That's pretty awesome. You don't even have to spend like any resource to do that. You can just ignore things.
Yeah, man. It only gets better. Wretch number.
Alrighty.
Roll for. Oh, shit. I don't know why it rolled. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yep, so that's their save. So then you just roll the damage and it'll automatically do full and half to those who passed and succeeded. Very nice. So the flames
Cheers, boys.
shoot out from your hands, and the dretchers don't seem too bothered by it, but they're slightly scorched and burnt, but they're not particularly upset with this flame. It looks like where they're from, they're used to being burnt.
Right. Okay. So, oh shit. Fair enough. Can I take a step back
Yes,
without
so
giving an
it's
opportunity of
just
attack?
You can, but I think you've used all your movement. You moved 30 feet already?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. That's the end of my round then.
Sweet. So another shambling hulk of flesh moves up to the table, throws itself full bodily onto the thing that's lying on the slab, and bursts into flame and smoke, and disappears. And the thing on the table gives a shake, almost as if it's animating, and then is still. And another one from the top right shuffles forwards and does the same, throws himself on it, bursts into flame, disappears in a cloud of smoke, and the beast on the table seems to absorb this fire and smoke into it. And then the one in the top right
I say,
corner.
guys.
Yep.
Sorry. I say, guys. I think we need to try our best to stop them from doing that because they might summon.
And main number 4 begins to move down, starting a opportunity attack from Din
Oh,
Weasel.
yeah.
And
Wow.
you managed to hit it,
Okay.
and you cut it down, and it just sort of folds away like the flesh wasn't held together very well to begin with, and
That's
it
what you get, motherfucker.
just dies. Alright, it is now the Dretch's turn, and it too lets out a massive cloud of smoke on everyone that's there. And actually, it'll just 4 saves. Cool. So, Devan and Milo are both poisoned by this gas. So this doesn't do any damage to you, but you'll find that on your turns, you will not be able to take either an action and you'll not be able to do an action and a bonus action. You'll be able to do one or the other. So you're limited. You're sort of slogged down by this horrible fetid gas. And Den, it is your turn.
I let out a big war cry.
Yep.
And run away. No, I'm not kidding. Guess I will attack. Just sorry, I'm just debating with myself whether or not to get into the gas or shoot with my bow.
Before you even do anything, there's a hiss of steam and the bubbles in all 4 cauldrons begin to go crazy, and out of all 4 of the cauldrons
I'll
again
move there.
spits 4 more grotesque bodily forms. And it is
I move
Uh,
in close.
I say did. I think
Oh,
you
I
should
see.
kill that.
Yeah. I don't move. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration for no real reason, but for the sake of using my inspiration. Actually, no, I'm not going to. What a waste. I hit on a fucking 5. What would have been the point?
I wish you were on your ranger with that feat right there. So you
Oh,
slash
man.
at it with your rapier and deal another 9 damage. Oh, 7, because it resisted half the fire damage.
Yes.
Dagrin's turn. Surrounded by Dretch.
All right, I had set one off again. I will call upon the power of my gods.
Put on the voice hard out. Please.
Wait, what? What is strength DC? What? That's why. Anyway, and I will actually try and strike the body on the altar
Alright.
with my thunderous, smitey goodness.
Cool. So you...
Do the voice.
What voice?
Dagron. Oh, I love the mighty thunder to fight me. Please do it. It has to be a spur of the moment. Either that or your mic stop working.
So you slam your battle axe down onto this beast, and it just cleaves straight through where you hit it, and goes smash straight through to the stone. And yeah, where are you aiming? Just straight in the center of it?
Yeah, like the head, and I guess if it fails a strength save, it gets blasted 10 feet away.
So it's chained to this thing, so it doesn't get blasted anywhere. But it'll automatically fail the save.
Is its head on the towards me or away from me?
It's currently feet towards you right now.
Alright, then I'll just smash it right in the crotch or something.
Alright, and it just cleaves through, and this thing gets about 8 inches extra added to its legs as you cleave it a little bit further up. And it is
Does it
still
break the altar?
nothing seems to happen.
Did my thunderous smite discharge, or
So what is the effect of Thunderous Smite? Just extra damage?
it does 2d6 extra damage and knocks him back to 10 feet?
Yep, so there's no knockback because it is currently chained to it, but
Sure.
it doesn't seem like this body is alive for it to have any measurement of damage. But yeah, I suppose it discharges and sort of the energy goes into the flesh that you cut through, but quickly dissipates and nothing seems to happen. How many more
Would the
D6s do
energy
you
go
need?
through the stone?
Can you, I guess, erase those?
Yep.
Yeah. One more. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Alright. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. There.
I expect the voice next time, Dagron. Disappoint me slightly.
Actually, can I move there?
Yep, you will proc 3 opportunity attacks.
That's fine.
Okay, so you get... I'll just do it from 1.
From half a screen.
So, it's the opportunity attack from 1, who critically hits.
Of course. I think that's... I'm fucking 22 AC and he hits me.
Deals 9 damage. The second one misses with both fumbles. Ooh. So the second one, which is Dretch number 4, swings wildly at you, but accidentally hits Dretch number 1 and deals its normal damage to it. And that was on the bite.
I did it, guys.
So that's 6 I'll take off you. Although I didn't even... I did roll to you, yep. And you're back down to 9. And then Dretch number 1 takes 6 damage. And is quite put off by its mate smashing it in the face. And the final attack hits with both. No, misses with both. There we go. Cool.
I was gonna say, damn.
Alrighty. And that's all for your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Theron.
All right. Feeling inspired for, I don't know, I guess because he saw more of he created more of the fireworks, and he's like, Anyway, he decides that he's going to redouble his efforts and concentrate extra hard on actually hitting the guy this time. So
Use your
he takes aim.
inspiration.
Yes, so he takes aim, make sure he's got him lined up, and once again lets out a Eldritch Blast.
And hits. All the extra concentration really paid off. And you just blast it. So what you failed in first turn, you made up for in second. And it just explodes and dissipates in the green ball of energy as the Eldritch Blast connects. And it disappears. And you think,
All
yes, great success.
Finally. And as a bonus action, I will move my hex to, let's say, 4 is probably going down. I'll move it to... And I forgot too that the hex also means that I can make them get disadvantage on one ability save. Which is actually not much use to me, but let's say disadvantage on, I don't know, Constitution.
Okay. And which dretch was that on? Dretch number 1.
Dretch 1.
Cool. Awesome. And is that all for your turn? No movement?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Cool.
Actually, might just shimmy... Actually, no. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, so the main in the bottom left shuffles this big wobbling flesh corpse into the table, and you're all used to it by now. A big explosion of light and smoke, and it dissipates and is sucked into the beast onto the ground. And you see the wound that Pargon cleaved in between its legs close up with this energy.
Question.
Yep.
Would it provoke the opportunity attack from Milo when it's on the end of the table?
I can't hear you over Maya. What did you say?
Would that have provoked an opportunity attack from Milo?
No, because it only moved into his melee range and then disappeared.
Okay.
That's cool. And it is now Milo's turn.
Do I get a save to get the poison thing off me? Or is it just on there?
I will check. 1 second. So it actually falls off. So, have you had a turn since you got poisoned?
No, this is my first turn.
You just have it for this turn, and it'll fall off after a round.
Okay. I guess I'll just attack the dretch.
Okay.
Don't know why I'm attacking with advantage.
There was disadvantage, actually, and it's because you're poisoned.
Oh.
But you still hit anyway. These things don't take much to hit. and you slaughter it where it stands.
Perfect.
Absolutely wrecked. There's not many of these things left. It's looking pretty hopeful.
All right, I'm going to move up.
Yep.
And that'll be it.
All right. And Dretch number 1 attempts to whack at you with his claws and bite at you with its mouth, and it critically hits with its claws. No extra effect, but it deals 9 damage, and its bite missed. So it
Wasn't that
savagely
like the
rips at
first-
you and... Sorry.
Was it the first time this whole campaign that Marlo's been hit?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. And it was a crit.
Pretty much the only thing that can hit.
Alright, Divan, it's your turn. You've thinned them out. The party's killing them. What are you going to do?
So I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Yep.
Onto 11. Let me just... Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to cast it at... I'm going to use one of my inspiration, so I'm going to cast it at advantage.
Okay, cool.
Oh, did that cast at advantage by any chance?
Yes.
It would have negated your disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh no,
so
it cancelled
you were,
out.
You were poisoned, so you were disadvantaged, and then your advantage brought it back to a normal roll.
Great. Okay, so so I'll roll for damage.
Yes.
Also, the target's movement is by 10 feet for 1 turn.
Ooh, that's a good effect. On a hit, reduced by 10 feet.
Oh.
Very nice. That's going to come in handy.
Yep.
So,
Oh, and that's the end of my turn.
kill beans.
Oh, actually, as a minor action, could I just say to the party, I'm gonna scream out. Oh, actually, can I take a minor action because of the poison?
No, you are poisoned, so you can't take a bonus action this turn. You can only use,
That's
use
fine.
your main action.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
And
You can
my
say
turn.
like a few words for free, I thought, though, can't you?
oh
you
yeah,
can't, I thought you.
free. Speaking as a free action, you can do that on your turn. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I just say to the party, guys, I think we should focus on the mains because the dredge is here. Dredges are here to distract us, I think. They're gonna be what revives this.
Alrighty. And as you speak those words, main number 2 begins to move up from the bottom right corner and attempts to shuffle around Dagrin and manages to not get around him completely.
I'm
So-
not on a
Would you
square.
get a-
Neither is he, I don't think.
I think you aren't. Okay. That's a square. That's a square. But same deal. He can't get to the table because you're blocking his way, and he attempts to swipe at you just lazily with one of his arms that he has motor movement with, but you easily dodge the attack. Dretch number 7, however, leaps at you when he sees you trying to stop the main, and slashes at you furiously with his claws and mouth, and he misses with his claws and with his mouth.
Ting twang twang twang.
Your arm is so impenetrable and tastes disgusting. He doesn't say it all because that would be extremely out of character. Alright, mains number 11 moves up from the top.
Oh, his movement's reduced.
Oh, reduced by 10. You're right. So he gets that much movement. And he shuffles forwards with the frost touching its limbs that allow it to shuffle forwards. And mains number 4 tries to get past the people standing in its way to fulfill its base duty, causing an opportunity to attack from Din.
Yay! Why would I try to move that?
And you hit as it shuffles past you, and you destroy it. Alright.
Yay!
So, the start of this round, it comes back to Din's turn, and once again, the two cauldrons that next to Din in the bottom of the room, and the two cauldrons on the other side all begin bubbling and building up. Steam and flesh begins to ooze out of them, and you see... Hang on. Let me just find it again. See 4 beastly things crawl out of the cauldrons.
Somehow we might need to do something else.
It is Din's turn.
I'll attack mains 4.
Yep.
Again. Oh. Is that just a miss? Nothing.
Yep, just a miss.
I don't lose my other arm to
You don't.
defrost.
You don't accidentally cut off your wounded arm, even though that would be like a great result for me.
It would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, can I kick the cauldron?
Not as a bonus action. You could as a main action instead of attacking. I'd allow you to attempt to do something to the cauldron.
Can I, as a bonus action, just roll a perception or an investigation on the cauldron and just see if there's an obvious way to stop it?
So you can just freely look at the cauldron and you see that it's resting on 3 little ornately carved feet. So if you know anything about 3-legged tables, they're quite easy to push in one direction, so it doesn't look like it would take much to topple the cauldron. And cursory glance around the room shows that all 4 share the same design fault. Bloody IKEA.
Yeah, one direction's terrible. Okay. Thank you, sir. I guess I'll yell that to the party. That's my other free action.
Pushing the boundaries of free actions there. That's right. Dagran's turn.
Little friends.
How, what does it take to stand up from prone? Just a move action?
Half your movement.
Half your movement.
Yes.
Shit.
Can you just... Oh, no. That'd be it. Never mind.
You said you told us about the design flaw or whatever?
Yep, so he yells out that they could be easily knocked over.
Fuck it, let's go for broke.
Alright, so you are going to trigger 2 opportunity attacks?
Sure.
Cool. So
That's what he does.
Stretch 7 swipes at you as you move away, attempts to snap onto your feet, but doesn't target you because I'm a terrible GM. It misses, and what was the other one? Was a main who attempts to swipe at you, and misses as well, even though, wait, I know why. Okay, misses you again, and you stop targeting yourself. Once again, terrible GM. Okay, so you get there, and they can't stop you. They don't manage to stop you at all.
I'm protected by a divine aegis. I'm gonna lean over and tip this pot over.
Alright, roll me a strength check.
Be like fucking Samson and push them pillars away.
Awesome, so you just give it a big heave, and the flesh monster that's climbing out of it tumbles one way, and the pot tumbles the other, and it spills its putrid contents on the ground, and it begins just spreading out everywhere, and whatever preternatural fire was keeping this boiling obviously stops, and steam begins rising from it, but it's no longer boiling, and it looks to be completely balked.
Yay!
Well done. Alright, is that all for your turn? Any other thingamajigs? Who's a whatsits?
My turned off. Was that a bonus action to tip that over?
No, that was a full action. So you have a bonus action left.
Alright, and 10 move.
So you get one more opportunity attack from the
Running
main,
around like an asshole.
who doesn't target you again, but misses. And that's it. It is now Theron's turn.
Well, seeing that tipping the thing over worked, I am going to rush to the one directly below me here.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and push with my whopping 8 strength.
Roll a strength check.
Don't worry, it's One Direction, so they suck.
Did you? Oh yeah, there we go. Awesome. So as he said, One Direction sucks. So you just push it, and the same thing happens. It falls over and spills its horrible contents all over the ground, and the beast crawls out of this pile of oozy blood and gore. But it looks like the Khajen's deactivated whatever boiling mechanism it had going. See you around, Soulflare. Let us know if you run that game.
Will do.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright. And did you have any bonus action you'd like to do this round?
I don't think so. I've got a feeling I can't move my hex until I actually kill the hex creature, so...
Correct. Unless you cast it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking I can draw one weapon for free, basically for free, can't I? I'm just thinking since I'm in melee range, I'd probably better draw a weapon just for defense. So I will draw a spear and call it a turn.
Alrighty. And the main's at the back of the top right corner, shuffles forwards past his slow-moving frosted friend, and heaves himself full bodily into the table, disappears with a puff of smoke. The same old thing. Nothing new happens here.
Doesn't Main's 11 get an opportunity attack against Main's 19?
Yes, but he chooses not to take it.
Ah, drat.
Main 6 moves up, causes a opportunity attack from Theron. So Theron, you get a attack of opportunity on main 6. And he didn't target it, but that hits. Oh wait,
Hex, sorry.
That's right. That's right.
Never took off
4
my
still kills it.
hex.
Still kills it.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's alright. You spear it in the guts as it walks on by, and like the other ones that have been stabbed, it just falls to bits. Whatever magic force was holding it together is not strong enough, and it just crumbles in a heap, adding to the gore that's spilling over the floor of this room. And it is now Milo's turn.
Alright, I'm going to burn a key.
Yep.
And use the disengage action as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then move over here and then use my action to tip over the cauldron in the top right.
Alright. So, just a strength check. You just released, I fucked up. Alright, and you still manage, you get disadvantage. I'm not sure why. Oh, because you're exhausted. Yep. So you still manage to tip it over and knock the gore all onto the ground, and it doesn't look like there's anything going to be coming out of that anymore. Leaving only one cauldron.
Oh, on all the cauldrons. Oh, Din's cauldron.
Yep.
Yeah, ironically, the guy that found out about it hasn't done it yet.
So Dretch 1, in an attempt to defend the shambling, rotting corpses, flies across the room, just leaps over the table, goes straight for Dagrin,
Come at me, bro.
and attempts to rip you a new one, and misses both counts. Jesus.
Oh, you
Is
what,
your AC?
mate?
19? Jeez.
It's 22.
What?
Yeah.
Because it was AC 3 bonus.
Christ.
How is your AC?
Oh, AC 2
22?
bonus.
I have a 20 AC and I have Divine Shield on.
How do you have a 20
Actually,
AC?
how do you have 20 AC?
Dex, and I have the defensive fighting gives me an AC, and then I have a shield, and
How are you getting Dex if you're wearing chain?
He's max of 2 from chain, is it?
Do you get any from chain? I thought it was heavy, you get nothing.
Just
no, it's
check.
medium.
Oh.
What's your dex bonus?
I thought chain was heavy.
No, chain is medium. Oh,
Nope.
no, chain mail is heavy.
Dex, no bonus. So you're getting too many
Oh,
Dex.
is it? One,
The chain
so it's
shirt is medium.
So it's 21, not 22. Fuck, man!
oh, sorry.
That's going to make all the difference, that 1 AC.
Well, they still have to hit on a crit either way. That's just insane. Okay, so Mains 7 shuffles up from the pool of putrid gore in the bottom right where the cauldron was tipped. Attempts to go round and doesn't get very far. And it's now Divan's turn.
I would like to use Mage Hand and tip the cauldron right next to them.
You can... That's like 10 pounds worth of force, I think you can use with it.
So Mage Hand is not strong enough to do that.
Is it not strong enough? Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna move up and try to push
But
it off.
using physics, surely it could do it.
Nope.
Even with only 10 pounds.
Yeah, just
physics.
tip it from the
The law
side,
of
right?
physics don't apply to magic games.
Yeah, he just needs
Okay.
to. He just needs like about
Yeah.
a 20-foot lever, and he'll be fine.
So you move up to and
Cool.
roll a strength check.
Yep. Cool. I'm gonna do use my last inspiration. Shit, I've got no.
And you grab inspiration out then.
Yep. I've got my last inspiration.
Sweet.
Strength. Okay.
Lucky, no, -1. So you heave against the pot, but it proves too much for your
Oh god.
your wizard strength, and you are bested by the cauldron, which remains standing.
I can't help but laugh.
And then you notice that
I-
the whole reason was because of this three-legged structure. You were pushing it towards one of its legs, so it'll never fall. What are you thinking, man?
I laugh some more.
Mains 2 steps forwards, getting an opportunity attack from Dagrin, should he wish to spend it.
Yes, please.
Alrighty. Do your attack. And you hit. And you deal 6 damage, but it shuffles on just past you and throws its remaining gore against the slab, which bursts into flame and smoke and becomes absorbed by the creature on this bench. And Dretch number 7, seeing that the main is threatened by you, by Din and Divan, shoots across the room and attempts to attack Din. Critical fail. It just misses. So it misses on both counts. And Mains 11 moves up to the table, getting an opportunity attack from Milo. Who manages to hit. Man, it doesn't take much to hit these, Jesus. And you deal 8 damage, but it shuffles beyond your reach. And it too
Did you
throws
say-
itself.
So, do they have 10 AC?
They have 9.
9.
Yep.
I could hit on a 2. So could Milo.
Yep, I think everyone could hit on a 2. Oh no, Milo would. Oh yeah, it's 7. Jesus, +7. Okay, so it throws itself full bodily against the corpse on the table, and disappears in a puff of smoke. And this table beast is beginning to shake rapidly now. Its movements are lasting longer and longer, and it's starting to get quite active and filled with this energy. Mains 4 attempts also to attack its way out of the corner, and it swings at Din, but fails to land a striking blow. And Din's turn, and the beast is still plugging the cauldron, so nothing happens.
Oh, that's cool. Seeing that it's trapped there and nothing's going to happen, now that Devan knows physics, I'll attack, and he can have another go at putting the cauldron. Oh, actually, that is too far. How far can I move? Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah, cool. I'll attack that guy.
So which guy you attack?
Dretch 7. Was tempted to crossbow main 7, but that would be a disadvantage, wouldn't it? Would that be a disadvantage if I crossbowed main 7?
Hang on, say that again.
If I shot main 7 with a crossbow, would that be at disadvantage?
Yes, it is obscured by a dretch and most of the table.
Yeah, cool.
You can have advantage from me if you want.
Actually, I have an inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you already spent it?
No, I was going to, and I decided not to, because these seem like a piece to hit.
Ah, okay.
In fact, rightfully, I shouldn't even. It doesn't matter if I have disadvantage here. I'm just gonna fucking roll it.
And
There
you
we go.
hit.
I get a 3.
And it plucks it straight in the chest, and it falls apart into pieces of gore and dies.
Damn straight. Yeah. Alright, next one.
Oh yeah.
Duggan's
Then I'll
turn.
just hit this dretch right in his face with my battle axe real hard.
Yep.
That is damage.
But we'll leave it on because you hit him. Smash him with your battle axe. Well done. Anything else for this
And
turn?
I'll move there.
Okay. Theron's turn. Standing in this cauldron of gore spilled on the ground around you.
Alright, I'm going to look at the creature that I've currently hexed.
Yep.
And
Which is
give him another
just
blast
one.
of green fire.
Alrighty. And you miss. Come on, man. It only takes a 6 to hit him.
What
I
does
think I
hexing
need
do?
to give up at this point. It's
Hex gives him an extra 1d6 damage, but not an extra hit.
Nah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I will
Wait,
just
he
move
rolled,
myself
is it-
in the way, so if the main somehow magically escapes the other two, he'll have another target in the way.
Yep.
Oh, hang on, was that a target? I thought that was a move.
Oh,
I think Dan just needs to move you.
Dan, did you DC?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you need
You're
to
not-
move Theron.
Ah, sorry.
Move everyone.
Sorry. I had something
Ah.
covering the map. I'm just wondering, your attack should have hit. Why are you getting only a +2 on your Eldritch Blast. That should be way, way higher. Because you get +2 from your proficiency, and then you get your Charisma modifier, which should be another +3.
Oh, isn't Eldritch Blast a cantrip?
Let me have a look.
Do cantrips get you a modifier?
Yeah, all spells, your spell attack modifier is what you use for all spells.
Yeah, it just says here I've got ranged +2, 1d10 force. So, okay, it mustn't have been set up right somehow.
No, I'll fix it now.
Oh, it's the attack damage that doesn't get a modifier for cantrips.
Yeah. So, just roll that again and make sure it's actually giving you all your modifier.
Oh yeah, I see I've still got Hex on. Cool.
Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, you rolled the same dice. Thanks for that. I appreciate that, but it's missed. Cool. Well, that sorts that out. But yeah, now it should be hitting at +5, which is... It was strange where it was on too. Should have definitely been your spellcaster. It was acting like a ranged weapon, so it was only giving you your dex bonus instead of your actual spellcasting attack. All right. Anyway, sorted that. Milo, your turn. So you've moved up.
Is the elf somewhere near me? I kind of want to move next to him.
The elf is sort of cowering between you and the table right now, after seeing all this gore and violence and stuff going on.
No.
Who's the elf?
Which elf? Me?
The elf that
No,
was
the bad guy elf.
starting the
The
ritual.
one that doesn't have a token.
He's over towards
cool,
me.
cool.
He's like right there.
Oh, okay. So I'll move close to him.
Yep.
User in your channel timed out.
Ooh.
Error. Connected. Disconnected. Error. Error.
Oh, he's dead as shit. There's no two ways about it.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to kick this guy.
Okay. And you hit. And you kick him to death. You and your bloody hand and feet, mate.
All right.
Leaving just one dretch and one mains up in the upper left corner. Devan, your turn.
Okay, Dad. So, question, yeah?
Yep.
If I were to use Thunderwave, which
Yep.
creates a 15 cube originating for me.
Yep.
Now, Thunderwave, the second effect of it, if somebody fails to save, they're pushed 10 feet away.
Yes.
So can I assume that if I use Thunderwave, this cauldron is gonna fall as well? Because it can't save, right?
I believe in the
I
description
mean, it makes
it
sense,
says
right?
it does push items back that are not secured.
Does it?
Pretty sure it says that in the description.
Okay, let me just pull up
Let
the
me
description.
just consult the big book of rules.
Oh, sweet. Yep, in addition,
Yep.
unsecured objects that are completely, yep.
Yeah, sure.
So is that clear from you then? Sweet.
Yep.
Okay, and so I'm using the same thing again, yeah, where I don't, my spell doesn't affect din.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, just the dredge and the main, and
Maybe if it just affected my bad hand, it could cure Deep Rock.
well, then push it away. Really far.
So, you're gonna declare that it
Oh,
doesn't
is
hit Theron as well, because it's gonna kick the shit out of him. If
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
Everybody gets one.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so let me roll for it, yeah? Now, was this the one which had the hex on it? Because I remember Theron specified con disadvantage, right?
No, the
No, that
hex,
one's dead.
the one that I hexed is dead.
Yeah.
I will be
Okay,
moving the
okay.
hex, but I can't do that to my turn.
Okay, cool.
Or is it a reaction? Hang on, let me check.
Pretty sure it's a reaction.
It would make sense for it to be.
I think as soon as you
No,
kill something,
you can
or
use a
something
bonus
dies.
action on your subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature.
Ah.
So, yep, they both fail. The Dretch gets knocked back 10 and roll the damage. You do 3.
Oh, wow.
3 damage. And the cauldron is knocked over, and the contents are splayed up against the wall as if someone kicked a big paint bucket over into the corner. And everyone's ears are
okay,
ringing
I'll
from
just,
the
like-
crack of this thunder wave. 300
Sweet.
foot
And
left.
I'm just gonna move back here, away from my move.
Okay.
Do I still have deep rock?
Sweet.
And the main will get a opportunity attack.
Yep.
Excuse me. Yes, the deep rot wasn't in fact blown out of your hand by the thunder wave. Unfortunately.
One can only hope.
So Dretch 7 moves up away from Theron, causing a opportunity attack. So Theron, you can stab at him with that spear again.
Yep, on it.
Just make sure you
die.
and I'll get rid of that.
Oh
I'll
shit, hang
get
on,
rid of
have
it.
you
It's
cancelled
gone,
the...
it's gone, it's gone.
Cool. Fuel.
And you hit.
Yeah, there's no way for me to manually disable that, is it? I've got to...
I can change it so it goes. It should be disappearing on next action, so I'll change that so it'll only work for 1 round, and you can just keep applying it to yourself when you use it. And damage. All right.
Oh shit.
0.
You do 0 damage. So you connect, but
Damn, how does that
in your
work?
hurry to hit it, you actually just hit it with the blunt end of the spear.
Okay.
So the Dretch goes up to
never seen
Din
that.
and belches out a huge cloud of gas.
This is making me wonder, if I lose even more strength, can I actually heal people if I hit them hard, hit them bad enough?
Deal minus damage to a creature, and he's suddenly much better than he was before. So you are poisoned, Din, as well as deep rotted.
Motherfucker!
Yep.
Maybe the poison will kill the deep rot.
One
And
good hope.
Yeah, man, a minus and a minus makes a plus, bro.
Mains 4 moves through the room, getting a opportunity attack from Din.
Oh, jeez.
You have,
Kill it.
You
What
have
a-
to kill it.
Why did you move, Dervon? How could you?
Oh wait, actually, right? If I don't have a weapon equipped, I'm just a spellcaster, do I still get an opportunity attack?
Nope. It's only
How
melee
does
attack.
that work?
Yeah, it's only melee attack.
Okay.
Unless
yeah.
you take the Warcaster fee.
So that's fine.
Yeah, Warcaster allows you to do it, I think. So, Din,
Okay.
roll your attack. Get a crit.
Okay. I think I'll have to.
Can you use advantage?
Have an inspiration.
Someone's gonna chuck me. Because I've got an inspiration still.
This is probably a good time to use
Yeah,
it.
it's as good a time as any. The last main in the room going to this.
I have to. The thing is, to miss it, I actually have to fumble.
Yeah, but you kind of want to get a crit. You want to make sure this thing goes down.
Haven't I already hit it?
Yep.
That
Just
might
use
fumble
your
down.
use your inspiration. Don't be fucking stingy.
Just trust in me, though.
Alright,
My
we trust
inspiration.
in
Do
you.
it, man.
We
My
trust in you.
inspiration is only going to give me a normal roll anyway.
This is true, you're poisoned.
So I got double the chance of getting a critical fumble.
Yep.
Just trust in me, guys. Fuck, I got deep rock. Shit.
So Din's talking about attacking for too long, and he hits.
Oh, damn.
And he deals 8 damage to this creature, and it still shuffles on.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
God damn it.
Determined as ever, and it
What about
throws
Theron?
itself.
Does Theron get a...
Theron doesn't get one because it's not moving out of his range. Just
Oh.
touches this plinth in the middle of the room and just explodes in light. And as this creature's absorbed into the corpse, there's a massive explosion, rocks the room, and you all go flying and smashed against the wall. And then where the terrible corpse just rested, there's now a creature huger and more terrifying than anything any of you have seen. It is as tall as a giant, but it has the head of a bull, and it's emanating wicked red aura of power that burns anyone's eyes who look at them. And all of you who put your eyes upon it are instantly blinded for a moment. I got a crying baby. That's how bad this is, guys. This is how bad this is. It takes you all in with a red-eyed stare around the room, bellows once, and then simply disappears.
Oh, what vanishes?
I commit seppuku. There we go. I smash my head in with a club.
Failed once again. We will take a bio there. It's 9:30, and I'll help deal with this crying baby, and we'll come back in 10 minutes.
Can I just try to kill this guy with my turn first?